In the heart of a quiet village where green fields stretch endlessly and the rhythm of life is simple, a chilling moment arrives that shatters the peace. It begins with the distant cries of villagers, sharp, panicked, and filled with fear. Something terrible is unfolding in the meadow near the water's edge. At first, no one dares to go near, but as word spreads, feet rush to the scene, voices grow louder, and the community gathers in a circle of shock and disbelief. There before their eyes lies a scene that feels more like a nightmare than reality. A giant python, monstrous in its size and terrifying in its strength, has launched its deadly attack. Its enormous body coils tightly around a helpless cow, squeezing with relentless pressure. The cow bellows in pain and fear, its cries echoing across the fields, fading each time as its breath is forced away. Dust rises from the struggle, birds scatter from nearby trees, and a heavy silence mixes with the villagers' frantic shouts. The python's scales shimmer with a cold gleam under the fading sun. Each coil tightens like a steel vise, wrapping the cow deeper into a prison of living muscle. The cow thrashes desperately, kicking and straining to free itself, but the predator is too strong. Every movement only pulls the coils tighter. Villagers watch in horror, torn between their instinct to help and their paralyzing fear of the giant snake. The python's head rises menacingly, tongue flickering, eyes unblinking, a creature of pure instinct and raw power. This is no ordinary predator. It is a monster born of the wild, and it will not release its prey easily. In that terrifying moment, when hope begins to flicker out, a rescue team arrives. Men who have trained for danger, prepared to risk their lives for others, now step into the chaos with unwavering resolve. They come not with hesitation, but with courage burning in their eyes. Carrying axes, rifles, nets, ropes, and rescue gear, they move forward as one. Their footsteps are steady, though the ground trembles beneath the weight of fear. The villagers part, clearing a path for the team, whispering prayers and clinging to hope that these brave souls will succeed where no one else dares. The rescue team does not waste a heartbeat. They spread out, forming a circle around the monstrous python. One signals the others to stay calm, to breathe, to focus. The air is thick with tension, every second dragging like an eternity. The leader raises his hand, scanning the scene. His eyes lock on the cow's fading struggle.
Time is running out.
The animal's chest rises and falls with desperate effort, each breath weaker than the last. The python's crushing grip is merciless, and if they do not act quickly, the cow's life will be lost. With a deep breath, the first man lunges forward, swinging a heavy stick to distract the python. The snake thrashes violently, hissing, its massive body rippling with power. Dust clouds rise as the ground shakes under the sheer force of its movements. Another rescuer throws a thick rope, trying to loop it around the python's body, but the snake's coils twist unpredictably, making the task nearly impossible. An axe is raised, striking at the ground near the coils to shock and weaken the grip. Sparks fly, villagers gasp, and the python writhes, momentarily loosening its hold. The cow gasps for air, eyes rolling with fear, but the python instantly tightens again, fighting with primal fury. The rescue team knows they cannot retreat now. Smoke rises as another villager lights a small fire near the snake's tail, hoping the heat will force it to release its prey. The air fills with the acrid scent of burning straw, cries of determination, and the thunderous heartbeat of the struggle. Nets are thrown, tangling part of the python's body, but the creature thrashes wildly, snapping ropes like threads, sending rescuers stumbling backward. Yet not one of them gives up. They rise, they grip tighter, they return to the fight with even more determination. Every second is a test of strength and unity. The python lunges, striking at one rescuer with lightning speed, but another steps forward, pushing him aside and taking the hit across his arm. Pain surges through him, but he holds steady, refusing to let fear take control. Axes chop again, ropes tighten, and smoke thickens, creating a scene of pure chaos. The villagers scream from the sidelines, some covering their eyes, others crying prayers, while children cling to their mothers, unable to look away from the horrifying yet heroic battle. Minutes stretch into an eternity. The cow grows weaker, its cries reduced to faint moans. Its body trembles under the crushing coils. The rescue team feels the weight of time pressing down, each second another inch closer to tragedy. Yet their resolve never wavers. One man shouts instructions, rallying the team to pull together. They grab hold of the python's thick body, straining with every ounce of strength, muscles burning, veins bulging, sweat pouring from their brows. Slowly, inch by inch, the coils begin to loosen. But the python refuses to surrender. It thrashes with unimaginable fury, slamming its body against the ground, knocking men aside like ragdolls. Dust chokes the air, blood stains the soil, and cries of pain mix with shouts of defiance. A rifle is raised, a warning shot fired into the air. The sound echoes through the valley like thunder, startling the predator for a fleeting moment. That single heartbeat of hesitation is all the rescue team needs. With a united roar, they pull together, dragging the coils apart. The cow gasps, its lungs desperate for oxygen. Ropes tighten around the python's body, anchoring it to the ground. Nets are thrown again, this time reinforced with heavy cables, pinning the thrashing monster to the earth. Smoke swirls as more straw is burned, and the python writhes in agony, weakening under the relentless assault. The team surges forward, every man driven by compassion, by duty, by the unshakable will to protect life. At last, after what feels like hours of brutal struggle, the python is subdued. Its massive body lies restrained, muscles twitching, eyes glowing with rage but powerless against the strength of human unity. The cow, trembling and gasping, is pulled free from the crushing prison. Cheers erupt from the villagers as relief washes over the crowd. Tears stream down faces. Prayers of gratitude rise to the heavens, and the cow, though weakened and injured, stands once more on unsteady legs. Life has been saved, and with it hope restored. The rescue team stands together, battered and bruised, clothes torn, hands bloodied, yet spirits unbroken. They look at one another with silent understanding. This was not just a battle against a predator. It was a battle for life itself, a test of courage, compassion, and unity. The villagers rush forward, surrounding the team with gratitude, offering water, bandages, and blessings. Children look up at them with awe, seeing heroes not from stories, but real men who stood against death and refused to let it win. Night falls, and the village gathers around fires to speak of what they witnessed. The story spreads like wildfire, carried on voices filled with amazement. The giant python, once a nightmare that seemed unstoppable, was defeated not by weapons alone, but by the bravery of those who dared to face it together. The cow rests nearby, breathing slowly, alive because of the sacrifice and determination of its protectors. The rescue team sits quietly among the people, humble despite their heroism, knowing that their courage saved not just an animal, but the spirit of an entire community. This extraordinary mission becomes more than a memory. It becomes a legend, a story of courage that will be told for generations. Children will grow up hearing how their fathers, brothers, and neighbors fought a monstrous predator, with nothing but their hearts filled with bravery. Elders will nod with pride, recalling the day when humanity stood firm against overwhelming odds and triumphed. And for the rescue team, the scars they carry will be reminders of a battle that proved the power of unity, compassion, and courage. The fields return to peace, the sun rises again, and life moves forward. But etched forever in the soil of that meadow is the story of the day when a courageous rescue team fought a giant python to save an innocent cow. It is a testament to the unbreakable will to protect life, no matter the risk, no matter the danger. And as long as courage exists in the hearts of men, no predator, no darkness, no overwhelming force will ever truly win.